Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is going to be a very short video. This video basically me trying to give you guys W key tips. Now, this was actually suggested by somebody named @dongdong7667. Thank you for giving the suggestion. Unfortunately, I cannot make a drop spot tutorial purely because I don't play the game anymore, or I don't play actual Fortnite. I only play creative, and even when I do play, I probably don't know the best spots. I just land where it's most populated. But when I can, then I'll definitely try to. But I'm gonna give you some W key tips because I love W keying myself, playing duo, trio, arena, and even just standard solo arena if I do play it. But mostly I play creative, where I mostly W key. So if to the people who want to learn how to W key, here's the video, and hope you guys enjoy it. So my first tip for W keying is to not pickaxe a wall. Now, what does this mean? You have an AR, you have a lot of like things to use for your disposal, you know, having pre-fires, you know, setting up side pieces, just giving yourself an advantage in fights before or when an opponent is boxed up. You know, it's really interesting how most people just pickaxe a wall without anything, or without any regard or any game plan whatsoever. So you want to plan things out before you actually pickaxe a wall. I recommend, you know, shooting it, lowering the HP of the wall, and then once upon pickaxing, if you don't have zero ping, if you can't take the wall, then you can set up a side piece. Now I actually have a tip here that I will teach you guys, so I'm just gonna hop on Fortnite real quick. Okay, so I'm in the game right now, so let's just say somebody's boxed up here. Now if you want to smack the wall, which you can, obviously you can still smack the wall. No C, you want to put a stair here so you have the height advantage on your opponent. But what most people do is just start smacking the wall, try to replace the wall, or even try to do a little trick where you place the stair first before the wall. But that's not efficient. There's like a likelihood of you getting shot, getting pre-fired, and you getting pieced. So this is typically what you want to do if you want to set up, you know, smacking a wall. So you want to place a stair here, place a cone, and place a wall to the right. So let's say you're smacking the wall and they try to make an edit play on you, or let's say they try to make a piece control on you, or they try to piece control you. They can't with this cone right here. So even if they try, you can get out easily. And since most of the players will probably edit through the right side and then piece control, and in that scenario you can just edit through this wall and then do a little piece control to the right. And if they go to the left, or their left side, you can still set up piece control like this, and yeah, you should be able to piece control somebody, or even try to get a shot off of them. Now when you're smacking the wall, make sure to don't just make open edits like I did. Typically when you're smacking a wall, upon smacking, when you make an edit play that won't expose your body too much, so that means like window into a stair, or maybe even, or you can do wide open edits like this while walking to the left so that you can get a right hand peek on your opponent. Just basically try to prevent yourself from getting pieced or getting hit, while also creating opportunities for you to hit a really good shot and get piece control really easily and finish off your opponent. My second tip is to apply pressure whenever you can, and that means getting the shot off first and try to, you know, you don't have to be scared. You know, if you're too far away, you know, setting up a shot always gives you the element of surprise, and therefore you're constantly having pressure, trying to stop them from healing. You know, constantly spray, constantly try to hit the wall, try to smack the wall. Basically, you want to constantly apply pressure to your opponent and stop them from breathing on. Honestly, it's basically preventing them from having room to breathe. You're trying to suffocate them so that they can't do anything other than accept whatever you're throwing at them. And in that case, you're probably gonna win the fight. And this is one of the most important tips. You know, just try to take advantage as soon as the fight even begins. You don't even have to do anything special. As soon as the fight even occurs, you want to make sure that you're constantly applying pressure. And in that scenario, you're gonna end up winning the fight. You're gonna end up having the HP advantage, and after even having the HP advantage, you're gonna have the overall advantage in the fight. And in that scenario, you're probably gonna win the fight. So yeah, that's for tip number 2. An actually important tip that I learned from a friend of mine is to kind of predict your opponent's playstyle. Now obviously you can't learn what your opponent is doing at the right time, but upon playing the game for a little bit, you're probably going to learn how to, you know, try to predict your opponent. Now, Fortnite is a battle of prediction, especially if you're double keying. Wherever they go, that's where you're going, and it purely depends on how well you respond and how you think your opponent will respond. So try to predict your opponent wherever they're going, whatever they're gonna try to do, and set up your position and your builds accordingly to their spot or their kind of movement. So let's say they're moving to the right, you want to set up piece control to the right as fast as you can by predicting it. It's battle prediction, and that's why most of these pros are good, because they They know the game well, and they know the game thoroughly. They predict their opponents, they observe, and most importantly, they finish. So whenever you predict your opponent, the most important part after the prediction and after the setup is to finish properly. If you can't finish the fight, then you're gonna be able to lose. And actually, that goes to show that most of players who rush and finish the fight, it's not going to be able to win the fight. You want to make sure you're patient, take your time in your shots, make sure everything is 100% and not take any 50-50s. That's pretty much it. Honestly, W keying goes, and it's basically just you trying to get good at the game, and you're probably never going to get good at the game if you don't W key, and vice versa. You're never going to be able to W key unless you're good at the game, or at least you're confident with your capabilities as a player. So my number one tip, honestly, or actually this is probably the last tip, even though it's kind of the outro, is to really just work on your gameplay. Get in those creative grinds, get in those solo arena grinds, and eventually you'll learn how to W key, get better aim, you're going to be able to hit more shots, get better mechanics, you're going to be able to piece control, and eventually you're going to have confidence in yourself as a player. And in that scenario, once again, you're going to be able to W key. And that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you're not subscribed already, turn on post notifications so you're notified of videos just like this one. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and goodbye.